Laws of Attraction, Chapter 5, Day in Moot Court. Wake up before your alarm, nerves tingling in anticipation. The day of moot court trial is here. No pressure, right? It's just that nobody's ever made partner without winning moot court before. You push yourself up, run the bed with a groan, and glance towards your closet. You remember what Aislinn said last night, just before you left. Apparently the whole firm will be there tomorrow when we try the case. Even for McGraw Byrne, that's pretty next level. If we don't pull this off somehow, there will be nowhere to hide. If all eyes are going to be on me, I definitely need to look my best. Nah, I'm not feeling it. Seriously, I don't feel the suit. I just don't like the colors together. You turn slowly in the mirror, smiling as you see yourself from every angle. Get ready, McGraw Byrne. Quinn Michaels came to play. Let me know in the comments section below. When you arrive at the office, you notice a group of paralegals talking in hushed tones by the elevator. They turn to stare at you. Morning, Quinn. Ready for the big show? Morning! Will you be at the trial? Oh yeah, we would just play some bets, actually. I'm hoping your money's on me. There's a long pause while they exchange loaded glances. Alona sips her coffee. Well, I was gonna go all in for Martin and Gigi, but after seeing that outfit of yours, I might have to back another horse. Agreed. Sadie's a sucker for looking the part. For what it's worth, I'm not a gambling man, but if I was, I'd put my money on you, Quinn. Oh, thanks, Ryan. With plenty of time still before the trial, you head to the break room near your office. Martin's there, blearily pouring coffee into a travel mug. Morning, Martin. Ah! Martin jumps and drops his mug. Coffee spills all over the counter. And now Martin will be swiftly dealt with, and narrowly misses Martin's shiny loafers. Who sneaks up on someone like that? Nervous that I'll win. What does this have to do with winning? Let me help you. Martin wipes the mess clean. You fix him another cup of coffee. He turns to you with suspicion in his eye. Not poisoned, I promise. Thanks, but I hope you don't think pouring one mug of coffee is going to make me go easy on you. I wouldn't want you to. With a quick nod, he turns to head out. See you in court, Quinn. In the conference room, Aislinn is pacing, frowning over a legal pad. Wow, you really went for it. That outfit is going to do half the work for us. You're the one who said all eyes would be on us. Figured why waste the opportunity. Not only will it be on us, they're going to like what they see. I drew up the list of tactics I think the other team might be using. If we plan a response to each, they won't be able to catch us off guard. And... whoa, slow down. We can't rework our entire strategy right before the trial. If they surprise us, we'll have to just roll with it. Roll with it. The best way to win is to be prepared. I'm not leaving this to chance. You were second in the competition in our last ranking, remember? But those rankings were entirely based on discovery, crafting a case strategy. So, all the things that are important. Sure, except for the part where I talk. Are you saying I left you speechless? Are you flirting me with me right now? Maybe. Is it distracting you? A little, which I'd welcome any other time, but right now I need to focus. Preparing cases, I can do, but arguing them, it's always been my biggest weakness. And knowing the entire firm will be watching... Now, let's take a step back, okay? What are you best at? I've already planned out the opening statement. Maybe I do that and direct examination on the background witnesses? Okay, great. I can do the closing over the cross-examinations, and I can take a direct on Sam, our plaintiff, and that could be tricky. Okay, opening statement, direct examinations, shouldn't require any improvisation, shouldn't run into any surprises. Aislinn nods, seeming to calm down, and sucks in a breath, eyes going wide with newfound anxiety. Oh god, but that means I have to go first. Aislinn, remember when Ryan and I turned up about Sam's girlfriend? We have a secret weapon. It's gonna be okay. Unless I screw it up for us. And I haven't eaten anything yet. I was too nervous, but what if I get dizzy? What if I faint? Oh, for the love of... Okay, that's definitely something we want to avoid, so let's grab some food, yeah? I don't know, do I have time? Maybe I should just keep practicing. Take Aislinn out for a strategy breakfast to boost her confidence. It'll help you both perform better in court and the rankings. Definitely. Going down more discovery wormholes is not helping. Come on, I'm taking you out to breakfast. But shouldn't we... have a good meal, clear our heads for the case? Absolutely, so no arguing. It's my treat. You're very persuasive. Has anyone ever told you that you make a good lawyer? You head around the corner to a homey cafe. As you wait for your food, you notice Aislinn's leg jiggling beneath the table. Are those moot court nerves, or is it something else? Don't you ever get nervous before speaking in public? You're so calm. I don't think I've ever felt like this before a trial in my life. I look calm. But it's all relative. If I were sitting at any other table, I'd look like a bundle of nerves. But next to you... harsh, but fair. Real talk, though. When you're in your head, everyone else looks like they have it together. That's fair. My parents always told me I compare myself too much to other people. Yeah, that doesn't help anyone. The server returns with your food, and you both take a few silent bites in Aislinn's eyes. I just wish I knew what would help. Okay, start by taking it step by step. What could you do right now to feel more in control in the courtroom? Well, it would be nice to run the opening in front of you. I usually practice in front of the mirror, but I was so tired after last night. Alright, go for it. I'll be your audience. Aislinn pulls out a few note cards from her briefcase and shuffles them. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Wait, that's pretty old-fashioned. Should I say members of the jury, or maybe jury members? I think any of those will work. It's what comes next that's important. Okay, right, okay. We will prove to you today that Sam Turlington is the sole inventor of the smart glass product, that the idea predated his employment at Augur, and realizes her mistake a moment after you do. I meant to say smart windows, not smart glass. This is what always happens. I get nervous and slip up, and then I realize I've slipped up, and I get more nervous. But you know your stuff. That much is obvious. In fact, I think having every line scripted out might be making it harder for you. Which is why I never do any of my videos scripted, because, yeah, you could be right. But if I'm not going to stick to the script, what should I do instead? I think you should... start with the big picture. You're hitting all the main legal points, but you need to orient the jury first. What do you mean by that? Okay, you need to make them understand the stakes for someone like Sam, and for the rest of the world. Shouldn't a brilliant idea belong to the person who came up with it, not some mega corporation? Right, we're not just here to represent our client, we're here to show the jury that siding with us helps their lives too. Okay, so let's start again. This time with more gusto. Aislinn nods and starts again. This time she's a little smoother, and she manages to make it all the way through her opening. Alright, that was a good point. You made all the right points, and you didn't stumble. True, but what if I stiff? I was so stiff I could feel my jaw locking up. That's why we're practicing. Every time you do it, you're getting better. Maybe, but I know I'll be more nervous in front of a whole firm. Okay, if the audience doesn't energize you, the only option is to forget they're there. When that technique might work for you, but I can't just forget. I've tried everything. Okay, have you tried pretending you're Sadie? Sadie, I don't even know what's going on in her head. How would I pretend to be her? Okay, you've gotten to know her so well over the years. You must be able to imagine what she's saying in opening. Excellent, thanks for a moment, then laughs a little. Well, you have a point. Plus, if I can pull it off, I'm guaranteed to impress this particular judge. Aislinn, you're super smart. Everyone at McGraw Byrne already knows that. You just have to remember that, too. She pokes at her food with a fork, a small smile curling from her lips. I don't know about that, but this did make me forget my nerves for a minute. That's all you need to do in the court, too. Forget your nerves for a minute. Then the next, then the next. Take it minute by minute, and you'll be fine. You always know what to say, Quinn. Am I going to repay you after this? I think you should take me on a real date. For a moment, she just stares at you, as if trying to process what you've said, then a giant smile blooms across her face. You're supposed to be keeping me grounded, not sweeping me off my feet. I'm an attorney. Multitasking is a job requirement. She looks down at the plate, drawing little patterns in the remnants of her hash browns with a fork. I think something could be arranged, provided we can make it through the day in one piece. And now I have even more incentive to do well. As you eat, you notice her leg has ceased its jiggling. She almost seems calm. Just remember, no matter what happens today, you and I are both going places. Yeah, to the unemployment line. I wouldn't have said that an hour ago, but right now, I agree. When you return to the firm, Luca is waiting for you in the lobby. There you are. Come with me. Sadie's ready to get things started. When you enter, Sadie is seated at the bench in the front of the auditorium. The remainder of the seats are packed, and Gabe is nowhere to be found. At the front, Martin, Bao, and Gigi are seated at the defendant's table to the left. You and Aislinn take the table opposite them. Wow, Quinn, amazing outfit. I wasn't feeling nervous before, but when you walk in looking like that... Are you complimenting the opposition? The fit is fire, Martin. No point denying it. Glance at Aislinn, whose eyes are wide and fixed on Sadie. Already you can tell the courtroom is getting to her. You can do this, Aislinn. Deep breaths. Sure. Right. You finish laying out your papers and sit down as Sadie cracks the gavel to call the room to order. I hope you're ready. We're just waiting on cue. The back doors swing wide open. Gabe strides confidently into the room. For the first time, you feel a flicker of true anxiety. Sorry I'm late. I was wrangling a few improvements on the offer to the Hubbardson group. Usually I'd encourage your overachieving nature, but we actually have more important things to do today. Right as always, Sadie. Please proceed. Gabe slides into the seat to Sadie's right. For a moment, you think his gaze lingers on you, but his eyes sweep away before you can be sure. I call this court to order. Plaintiff, please proceed with your opening statement. For a second, Aislinn looks green. You lean closer to her, whispering in her ear. I believe in you, Aislinn. You can do it. She shuts her eyes, inhales, and stands up. Members of the jury, today you will be asked to decide if employees own the ideas that are entirely theirs, dreamt up their own time, or if employers should be allowed to steal those ideas and make a profit. Good start, Aislinn. Clearly that extra practice over breakfast helped. Aislinn runs through the opening as she practiced the delivery smoother than you ever heard. Finally, we will prove... She pauses, biting her lip, and looks back to you. We will prove... At the front of the room, Gabe frowns and writes something down. Sadie taps her lips, waiting. I have to do something to get her back on track. She's worked so hard at this. I want to make sure she has a chance to show Sadie and Gabe she can handle it. I should calm her down. Lean forward and whisper, remember, you're Sadie damn McGraw. Corner of Aislinn's mouth twitches up in a smile as she glances back at the pulpit. Finally, we will prove that Augur stole Sam Turlington's invention, and that Augur has profited off of it ever since. Aislinn looks back at you, grateful, and finishes the opening. Gabe nods, his brow smoothing, and makes a quick note. His bow stands and opens for the defendant. Let me just start today by saying that I know I'm a fancy lawyer representing a huge company, but I'm here to tell the truth. This isn't about who we want to root for, it's about facts. The facts of this case are very clear. Oh god, he's really good. Personable, funny. Don't let it get to you, this is just the beginning. For long, it's time to question the witnesses. The first is Ilona, the paralegal. We call Sam Turlington's mentor, Dr. Winogard, to the stand. Dr. Winogard, can you tell us how you know the plaintiff in the case? I was Sam Turlington's graduate advisor at the university. He came to the office hours every week during his studies. And Dr. Winogard, while you were supervising Sam Turlington's masterwork, did he ever talk to you about his ideas? Oh yes, he was such a bright boy, brimming with ideas. He showed me a sketch for his smart window as a student. So this is a sketch he showed you, isn't it? Yes, that's the one. Those weird dog doodles in the corner could only be Sam's. And when Sam showed you this drawing, had he started working for Augur? God, no. He showed me this 6 months before he handed in his final thesis. Okay. And when he showed you this idea, he already made significant progress on the design. That's right. The details were still sketchy, obviously, but he was starting to solve the biggest problems. Glimmer of a smile ghosts across Gabe's face. Next on the stand is Aaron Teef, Augur's company lawyer. Sadie's assistant, Luca, is playing the part. Teef is the one who had Sam sign the contract that assigned all future inventions to the company. So we have to make sure it's clear exactly how Sam's ideas relate to the contract. Got it. Yeah, keyword. Any future inventions. He had done this in the past. GG does a direct examination establishing the basics of the employment contract. So, just to reiterate, Sam signed a contract stating on that all ideas he worked on while employed by Augur belonged to the company, yes? That's right. We're very clear about that during the hiring. Great. That's all I need to hear. Your witness, Quinn. Mr. Teef, this exceptions list at the end of the contract mentions smart windows. What does that mean exactly? Well, it means that technically speaking, Sam did have the idea for smart windows before starting with us. And he made enough progress on that idea that it felt worth protecting in his contract? Well, that's true, but we feel the idea he presented at the time is materially different from the product Augur has brought to the market. No further questions. They didn't even give me a choice. See Gabe lean over to Sadie to whisper, Quinn definitely seems to have won this point. Agreed, but there's still a lot to come, of course. The parade of witnesses continues until at last it's time for the most important witness of all, the plaintiff, Sam Turlington, played by Jamie, the paralegal. Because we need to emphasize that. So, Mr. Turlington, tell us more about the smart windows. I had the idea in graduate school. I realized smart technology in Windows could reduce energy costs, improve employee experience, even help the environment. And how far along were you with this idea when you joined Augur? I'd figured out most of the important parts, the tinting, remote optioning, or opening features. I started coding the weather detection algorithm, too. You continue with your questioning, establishing all the important facts when he had the idea, evidence of how far along it was, so you reach the crucial moment. Sam, let's talk about the employment contract you signed with Augur. Did you try to protect your invention? Absolutely. Mr. Teef told me that anything I mentioned on the contract would be exempt. That's why I made sure to mention the windows. It's already, I'd already put in hundreds of hours of work, and it was one of my strongest ideas. I couldn't let someone else have it. And I have to ask Sam, did you ever sign or consider not signing this contract? At a place like Augur, you don't have a choice. If I wanted a job, I was required to sign, and I had bills to pay. That's why I'm here today. I want to make things right, not just for me, but for the basement inventors out there. You nod along, watching Sadie and Gabe closely to see how your examination is going over. Before long, you're nearing the end of your questions. At long last. Last chance to impress the crowd. Luckily, Ryan helped me find a piece of information that will blow this entire case wide open. One thing, Mr. Turlington. Can you explain your relationship with your supervisor? At the table beside you, Aisling smiles just a little. Looks down at her notepad. For the real fireworks. I mean, obviously, we interacted professionally, but other than that, I barely knew Kelly. I mean, my supervisor. Really, because the last 2 years of Swift Pay transactions include monthly rent, kiss emoji, payments to her account. Wait, where did you find those? Which would mean you're probably living together, and from the sounds of it, more than friendly. I mean, technically we shared an apartment, but in the valley, you might not know your roommates. I'm gonna enter these Slack conversations in evidence. The more telling exchanges are in your text. I also almost didn't find them, since you deliberately assigned a false name to Kelly in your phone. This message in particular might interest the court. Can't wait until we get Augur to pay up. Just have to play the game a little longer. What did you mean, Mr. Turlington? I'm not sure. You know what I think? It means you're a criminal. Excuse me? Let me clarify, since there wasn't any contract. You and your girlfriend conspired to defraud Augur. That's a crime, Mr. Turlington. The truth, Mr. Turlington, is that you and your girlfriend of 2 years conspired to defraud the company you both worked for. The room erupts behind you. You hear gasps of shock and murmurs. Yes, get him, Quinn. Oh my god, I read those stacks, but I never realized, who cross-checks the numbers with the witness list? Wait, are you saying they're right about this? I knew I shouldn't have stopped to eat those almonds last night. Sadie and Gabe look at each other as the volume in the room swells. Order in the court. Counselors approach the bench now. And Martin move up to the bench. I move to dismiss this case. On what grounds? What grounds would you like me to stand on? I have many. Given the fraud and collusion just demonstrated, this is a matter for criminal courts. You're really presenting evidence that your own client is a criminal? Yes, I am, and you and Sadie know why. I still want to hear an explanation. A statement like that would get you disbarred anywhere else but this room. True, but if I uncovered evidence that my client was committing a crime in a real case, I would be ethically required to withdraw. I had to prove to you that I could argue this case that you assigned us, but I never would have brought this case to court in the first place. Around you, the paralegals, secretaries, and other associates are leaning forward, desperate to hear what you're saying. Can't believe it. There's no precedent. You want me to believe you had all this planned out? You were just waiting for this moment? You gave us a moot court exercise in which the only smart option was to stay out of the court. We chose the path that gave the other side a fighting chance. You wanted to see us perform in a courtroom. If Aisling and I had cut this case off earlier, you wouldn't have seen the other team's skills. I'm not sure if I should thank you or put some lotion on this burn. This is ridiculous, not to mention it's hugely disrespectful to the court. Sadie looks at you for a long moment, a hint of a smile ticking up one corner of her mouth. Actually, I think this was not the only smart play. It was eminently irrespectful, both of the exercise and our high standards. Sadie turns to Gabe. The two of them confer for a brief moment, and then Sadie bangs the gavel again. Gwyn is right. We specifically gave you an exercise that should not have made it to a court, to see what you would do with it. We have a reputation for being an absolute best, and the best lawyers don't just plow through discovery, they dig deeper. With that said, I declare Quinn and Aisling the winners of today's competition. The moot court is adjourned. Everyone but our 5 senior associates back to work. The rest of you, my office. Yay, I won. Woohoo. You and the other associates trail after Sadie and Gabe in at Gabe's office. I am impressed. You've been here such a short time, and I can already see amazing growth in every one of you. Except for you. Bao actually looks a little teary. The praise from his aunt must mean a lot. He sees you and Gigi looking at him and laughs. Whatever. My allergies flare when I'm tired. Yeah, you and me both. I'm especially impressed with the ultimate conclusion of the trial. There was very little in the discovery material that even hinted at a relationship. But someone must have caught it when you originally tried the case. Of course someone did, Quinn. How do you think I made partner so young? Really? That's impressive. It, really was buried in the discovery. Finding that detail in a case that stakes that high, I'd reward you too. We get it, Quinn. Your win was very impressive. Don't get ahead of yourselves. We're fully aware and expected at least one of you to spot the red flag in the case. Frankly, I expected more of you to spot it. You're all here, specifically to feel Gabe's shoes. This is the case that would have best show us if any of you were up to that challenge. Metaphorically, in a literal way, Quinn has done the best job of that today. How do you mean? You walked in the courtroom, looked like a partner. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, appearance matters in this job. Ugh, God, I hate it. And today, Quinn, you looked every inch a winner. Your sharp look won you points. And I'm sure if you dressed without it, you would have been just fine too. Dressing the party is a challenge I'm always up for. Speaking of challenges, I can't wait to be the only one wondering what effect this had on the competition. I should hope all of you were starting to wondering that, but that's Gabe's arena. Gabe, let me know how it shakes out. With that, she strides out of the office, leaving the rest of you prickling with anticipation. Time for the real numbers. I kinda wanna lose. Can we lose? Can we drop down to, like, I don't know, 4th? Just for shits and giggles? You're leading! No, shit, really. Wait, for real? I'm on top? Why are you surprised at this moment? You're surprised? Seems pretty fair to me. Quinn's are in the top spot, consistently outperforming our expectations in all aspects of the law. Oh, for the love of... Oh, come on, Vanderwell. You know he deserves it. He grumbles to himself, but says nothing else. Any other questions? Was there anything about my performance today that I could have improved on? I expected to be a little higher. Honestly, no. I know you've struggled with confidence in the courtroom. Today was the best performance I've ever seen from you. This is a grading on all aspects, and frankly, Mr. Vanderville's billables on this case were unignorable, but you're very close on his tails. She leans over to whisper to you. Thanks again for breakfast, Gwen. I would have bombed in court if you hadn't helped me out. You did all that on your own, but I'm glad I could help. If it's all clear, let's wrap this up. For now, go home. You'll have a chance to fight this out tomorrow. The next morning, you wake up early, shower, and pour yourself a cup of coffee, which I desperately need. Haven't had one. I haven't slept in like 72 hours. Please send help. I love looking out over the park at this time of day. It's so peaceful. You move over to the dining room table, flipping through a brief as you enjoy your breakfast. The light in here just makes work feel less like work. But then your phone buzzes. Much for leisurely morning. I expect you all in my office at 8:30. Gabe was waiting in one of the firm's conference rooms with a stack of file folders. Once you arrive, Gabe hands you one out to each of you. Wait, seriously? You're sending me to housing court? I thought McGraw Byrne was a real firm. You look at your folder. McGraw Byrne looks like an apartment fire. Mountains, or maintains fire caused by tenant. No. If the fire would have been centered around where the fridge area is, I would agree, but it looks like the fire broke out in another area. We'll see. Looks like a wrongful eviction. Not the most exciting case. Sorry, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't see how this client could possibly afford us. Good eye, Aisling. Each of you had pro bono cases in hand. These are cases with real clients, real impacts, and real consequences. I expect you to give it the same care and attention that you've cared to give any of our paying clients. But any first-year associate could win these cases for the firm. Should we spend our time on more important things? I think we should take more cases like this. Everyone deserves good legal representation, not our wealthiest clients, and we can certainly afford to float these cases. Spare me the Robin Hood act, Queen. We all working for McGraw Byrne. That means the paycheck matters to all of us. Speak for yourself. I'm working here because the firm gets the most interesting cases on the eastern seaboard. Fine. Then I'm the only one who likes being successful, still. I don't understand why these cases are coming to us specifically. Regardless of your personal opinions, these are cases you're assigned, don't let me down. Gabe stands, and with one final nod, walks out. As soon as the door closes, Bao laughs and cracks his knuckles. Housing court isn't gonna know what hit it. That's the spirit. Honestly, it's kind of fun, actually, being the guy, or being the gun at a knife fight. One by one, the other associates file out. Looks like I should probably get started. After reviewing a case, you head down to the fire station in Brooklyn. You look around and at a loss for where to start. A few moments later, a fireman emerges from behind the truck with a smile. You look a little lost. Can I help? I hope so. I'm looking for, Tyler? Someone in the back of the garage whistles. The fireman in front of you rolls his eyes. Ignore them. I'm Tyler. What can I do for you? Offers you his hand, and you shake at his fingertips. Linger on yours just a moment longer than you expect. Long enough that it almost feels intentional. I'm Quinn Michaels. I'm representing the Hashimis. There was a fire in their apartment, and now the landlord's trying to use it to evict them. It says here you were first to the scene. Oh, I was. How's our little boy doing? We barely got him out in time. Fortunately, their son made a full recovery. But the landlord is trying to evict them. He's claiming they started the fire. I remember that guy. He was yelling at us about saving the bones of the building. Not a word about the people inside, though. The good news is that we have our records from the tenants saying that they reported a sparking outlet several times before the accident. If I can show the fire was caused by the outlet, I think the Hashimis will come out on top. In that case, come with me. I think I might be able to help you lock this up for you and them. He leads you into the back office and starts digging through the file cabinet as he searches. The muscles of his back ripple beneath his shirt. One last question. If these reports aren't enough, would you be willing to testify? As dorky as it sounds, I'm always enthusiastic about fire safety. You can definitely count on me. Oh, it is dorky, but I really appreciate it. I'm sure the Hashimis will too. Cases like theirs so rarely have a happy ending. Good thing you and I are going to change those odds this time around. Eureka! He pulls out a file folder and goes to stand by you, handing you a sheet of paper. Yep, here's the report. You can see the fire started in the outlet here. We checked it out and it wasn't grounded right. Oh, look at that. I was right. Yee! So you're saying this was definitely an electrical fire? Absolutely. Electrical fires have very clear signatures. Now that I'm seeing the address, who was the management company again? It looks like Maple Tree Realty? That explains it. Those guys are notorious for buying older buildings, forcing the tenants out, and turning them condo. And if the tenants don't go easy, they play hardball. Are you saying you think the landlord deliberately let this fire happen? I'm saying that there have been a lot of unforeseen electrical fires at their properties. And I'm betting a smart attorney like you could show a pretty damning pattern if this case made it to court. Not to mention score some serious damages for the Hashimis. This case is a slam dunk now. Always happy to help. He smiles at you, eyes lingering on your lips just a moment too long, then clears his throat. So, this way's out. The two of you head back into the garage. When you turn to Tyler, he's already staring at you, unreadable expression in his eyes. Thanks again. This will make a world of difference. Maybe I could... Jump back as you're suddenly doused with water. You look over and realize it's sprayed Tyler, too. Who's testing the hose? Sorry, boss! We were practicing positions. Didn't realize the water was on. Yeah, okay. Take a step back and find yourself dripping from head to toe. You can't help but notice the way Tyler's eyes linger on your body, the water turning the thin fabric transparent and clinging, every curve and taut line visible. Are you okay? You're not the only one on display. Tyler's at the frame seems to have been carved out by the wet fabric of his shirt. Every line and ripple on full display. Fine, just a little wet. That's what she said. Listen! When's the last time I said it? That's what she said joke, okay? The autumn air quickly cuts through your wet clothing and you start to shiver. Nice try. Here, let me help. He hurries over with a blanket and wraps it around your shoulders, hand lingering tenderly on you as he does so. I'm so sorry about that. It's no problem, but you don't happen to have a change of clothes, do you? No, but my place is just around the corner. It would only take a minute to run your clothes through the dryer, and while we waited, you could tell me more about how you're liking the city. Though I'm open to other suggestions. Head to Tyler's place to freshen up, get to know each other intimately with no strings attached. I like how they emphasize it. Sorry, fam. Not today. Remember, this is my playthroughs. If you really, really want it, you have to really, really ask for it. And the last time I asked for something in the comment section below, no one actually replied, so... oh well. Sure, I'll dry out soon enough. If not, I think I have a change of clothes at the office. Fair enough. Good luck with the case. Let me know if you need me to testify. His eyes linger on you as you head back out through the garage. The next morning. You all gather to present your plans for your pro bono cases to Gabe. In summation, it looks like there's a widespread gender discrimination in hiring over the Pullman locks. And once I've served them with a lawsuit, they'll be scrambling for cover. Good work, Martin. Quinn, what are you up to? Maple Tree Realty failed to keep the Hashmi's apartment up to code. The fire was building management's fault, but it gets better. Oh, better than a clear path to a win. I'm officially interested. I went to the fire station, responded to the incident, or the one that did. The lieutenant there said the mysterious fire happens a lot with the Maple Tree Realty. He's sending over evidence from several previous cases. If we can prove that this isn't a one-off event, I think we could get punitive damages as well. Impressive. How'd you get the firemen so chatty? See, what I did was I put on some lotion. I mean, I've got my ways. So you flirted with the firemen? Not really, no. I didn't really flirt with the fireman. You can detect a hint of edge in Gabe's voice, almost as if he's jealous. I got the job done, Gabe. That's what you want, right? Gabe clears his throat and returns his gaze to the file, flipping through it. Absolutely. Gabe looks over the information you gathered, nodding as he reads. Impressive work, Quinn. This has the makings of a big win for the firm. Just then, the door to the conference room bangs open. Sadie and Lucas stand on the threshold looking tense. There you are. I need you all to follow me now. Can it wait? These cases are on a pretty tight turnaround. Mr. Roswell is in the conference room and he's extremely upset. Wait, do you mean Philip Roswell? Neither Sadie nor Gabe answer her. Gabe shuts his case file and drops it on the table, turning to the rest of you. All of you with us, we're gonna need a show of force on this one. You all rush after Gabe and Sadie down the hall. Gigi nearly stumbles in her 6-inch heels, which is stupid as all hell she's wearing in the first place. Aislinn falls in beside the two of you. Gigi, who is this guy? Heir to the Roswell Railroad fortune, for starters, which he's only grown in the last 30 years. A family of stakes in restaurants, real estate, tech. Should I continue? Okay, but why is Sadie worried about him? Aislinn turns to you, eyes wide with anxiety. Because we cover everything from his business contracts to his yacht purchases. Keeping him happy is half of what keeps McGraw Byrne afloat. There isn't time to get any more information. Sadie's holding the door open for all of you, eyes flashing a warning as you walk into the room where Roswell's waiting. I'm sorry for the delay, Philip, but I wanted to pull together the whole team for this. So what's going on? What's going on is I need you to step up now. If you all can't fix this, then I'm taking my business elsewhere. Will you be able to keep the firm's biggest client happy, or will you lose him and everything you've been working for? Keep playing Laws of Attraction to find out. Are we going to be banging him next, too? Seriously. This book, that's all it is. Every chapter. We bang a client or the other attorney. Like, Jesus Christ. Moving on. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Add description below. Links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Without further ado, like I said, if you guys didn't get the memo, I'm doing choices my way. This isn't gonna be, you know, let me just TLDR this for you real quick, okay? When I first started the channel, we didn't do diamond editions at all. We'd pick here or there the rarest of diamond choices. Then I decided, man, Pixelberry's really sticking it to all of you. And a lot of you are spending money. So I will bring it into the forefront. I know a lot of other channels out there are not playing by the rules. And basically they're using modded APKs to play choices. So I thought, I'll do you all a favor, because I know a lot of you that I know personally, let alone have commented in the whole 9 yards, don't know how to do it. I thought, alright, I'll cover it, and you all are here for my voicing, I assume, but TLDR, you know, that's why I decided, wow, words, hi, I haven't slept in 72 hours, so that's why I'm blah, blah, blah. So, long story short, is, clearly that didn't work, and I'm just gonna start doing my own thing. This is my channel, this is our community, but this is my channel. However, if you start making your voices a little more, you know, voicey versus just, you know, not saying anything in the comment section below, then I'm just going to keep doing what I want to do. Okay? This is our community, and above all, you guys have the loudest voice of all. Louder than mine. That is literally the point of this community. Is a community. It isn't just one individual. And so far, it's literally been just one individual for them. Like, literally, like, I'll have the occasional, like, troll who's like, yo, your voices are shit, or don't narrate, or any of this other shit. And I don't care about them. I don't care about their opinions. I care about people who are actually subscribed to the channel and actually, like, watch the videos and actually, like, are here for the community. That's who I care about. Okay? So I want to hear more from you. So, thanks for watching. Peace out.